Hey, what's up everyone, Morey Croson here, and today we're going to be going over one tip to help you add a little bit extra velocity to your throw, and we're going to start the video right now. Alright, so it's common knowledge, I feel like by this point, that a lot of people that have worked with me or watch these videos know that I put a huge focus on being able to really understand how to utilize the wrist when it comes to throwing the football further. And there's a lot of quarterbacks that have also said a lot of the same type of things about how the wrist has such a big impact on being able to throw the ball. Today we're going to go over one tip that I've realized really makes a big difference in helping quarterbacks be able to generate more velocity in the throw. I've already seen a lot of great results, and so I thought I'd make this video for you. And so as always, if you like the information, click that thumbs up down below. That really helps us out a ton. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, leave those down below. So the big thing we're going to be going into is going to be the actual flick of the wrist and how to be able to optimize that. And so what happens is that as we're loading and coming through the throw, there's this first motion that you want to be able to rotate as you're driving the elbow through, and this is an important part of being able to generate a lot of force, as well as from this like back load position, being able to be fast with the elbow and fast with the wrist to be able to rotate and get that nose of football facing somewhat straight ahead. It could be slightly upwards, but for the most part, we want to have a wrist or neutral, and we want to have the nose of football facing straight ahead. And what quarterbacks end up doing is they could end up with the arm kind of further back, so when they're here getting more into this position. And I also see a lot of guys that almost end up kind of pushing the ball like this rather than being able to really snap that wrist down. And so what the big tip is that as you're getting to this position, or even when you're coming through, being able to really drive that pinky forward, right? So when you're coming through here and you get the pinky facing straight ahead, now we want to have that action, right? This action wants to really be the guiding part of being able to get the rest of the wrist to be able to come through, because what happens is that if you end up just trying to push the ball with the wrist, then that elbow kind of falls off to the side, and that will make it so you really end up not being able to get full extension within that elbow as you're coming through the throw. And so if you have that issue, you're not getting full extension, it's probably because you are not properly flicking the wrist, which means that as you're coming through, you want to be able to get to a point where you're doing that first, right? Driving the pinky down, because now you're able to go pinky and then into index finger, and then you're going to be able to extend the arm fully, right? So the difference is that instead of going like this and really allowing that elbow to kind of come out to the side and not be able to fully extend, we're driving that pinky forward and through, and then also rotating with the index finger afterwards. So now we end up getting a nice long elongated position within the arm rather than being stuck in not being able to get the elbow all the way through, really putting a lot more emphasis on the shoulder and getting that elbow to be kind of stuck out to the side. So really the big thing is just being able to optimize that movement pattern, because if you don't do that, then the wrist ends up like this. We want to be able to get to be like that, more closer to neutral, and then from there being able to finish the throw. And even from this position, there's still a slight bend as you're going through the throws. That might be really specific, and it might be a little bit difficult to be able to consistently work on, but I can guarantee you that as you start to work on that and start to feel that, it's going to definitely help you with your velocity and get you to better understand how to generate a lot of force out of your hand when throwing the football. So if you enjoyed this video, first I do want to say again, go ahead and click that thumbs up down below. That really does help us out. And if you're interested in some of the programs, I do recommend you first checking out the description down below. We do have a lot of different options. We do have a free QB ebook, and then we have a 7-day trial to our throw program. Those are the two best things that I think we have available for free, and so go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. And then we also have a breakdown that I think you get a huge value for it. It's only $97. You get a month of training as well as unlimited breakdowns, and that's really where you're going to get a ton of value, is going to be through the breakdowns. Every time you send a video in from me, I'm going to break it down. I can maybe compare you to a top quarterback, or I might just go ahead and look at the side angle and the back angle and just show you exactly what it is that you need to be able to focus on. I'll also connect with you on Zoom. So there's a lot of great things that you get for only $97, for less than what some people pay for a 1-hour session with a quarterback coach. You're going to get 4 weeks of training and unlimited breakdowns with me for the course of 4 weeks, and that's going to help you tremendously in your throw. We have a bunch of guys that are always talking about how much this has really helped. I might go ahead and leave some of those screenshots here so you can check those out. And then also you can check out our throw program, which is going to be just a longer commitment. It's going to be 3 months. We're going to be able to really personalize the workout sessions through there, and also make it so you're going to be able to really get a personalized coach for a long period of time. And that's not only going to be from a quarterback perspective, but just overall mentally and nutrition. And there's so much more that I think you can learn as a quarterback than just being able to throw the football. And so that's really what we're able to add within our 3-month program, is really much more of like a mentorship type of situation where you're going to be able to really hone in on all the skills that are needed to not only become a better quarterback, but just to become a better overall person and just a more motivated person. So again, check those out in the description down below. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.